All right. Well, thanks, Walter, and great to be here with all of you on this Community Day. It's also a special year in the relationship between AWS and PostNL as we celebrate our 10-year anniversary together. If you look at PostNL, we really changed from a pure postal player to an e-commerce logistical company, delivering special moments like you see here on this picture. And really, the e-commerce part of our business grew year over year. And especially also this year with the COVID-19 pandemic situation, we saw really a huge growth of parcels. And it was easier to scale our IT than to scale our business in such circumstances. But I think we did quite a good job. And we are currently preparing, of course, also for Christmas and Sinterklaas this year, which will even get a higher amount of parcels later on this year. We have delivered an average of 1 million parcels a day till now. So that's quite a job. Of course, we still deliver letters, which are still in the millions per day, but that is a declining business. So we're actually managing two business speeds. And in that context, even cloud is very relevant for both business speeds, of course. I want to give you a little bit behind the scenes on our architecture regarding parcels, and then show you some of the solutions that we have been building together with AWS and our partners. So if you look at this picture, it might be a little bit too small, but then you can enlarge it probably. You see in the middle, you see our smart shipment routing application. And what that application is doing, it receives customer order from our shipment services, which provide digital services to our customers for order intake. They are really pre-announcement of parcels, but is also being extended with other kinds of e-commerce services. Customer orders are really looked at and are enriched with context. For example, consumer preferences. Where do you want to deliver to have the parcel delivered? But also we are adding machine learning algorithms that can, for example, predict when a parcel will physically arrive. Because for us, it's important for planning, but it's also important to give you more time to change your delivery preferences, which impact our network. And that smart shipment routing is building up an execution plan. And depending on the order type and the context, it will actually look at which operator or which combination of operators will be best to execute this order. And it will send those orders through operator integration to those operators. But it will also manage, also with an underlying event management platform, the actual execution of these operators. Because very important for us, especially in this time of much faster interaction and to give consumers a larger window of changing their delivery, to act on those events. Those events go through an event warehouse together with the execution plan, and that is actually delivering your notifications and your track and trace. These applications are all run on AWS, a combination of Mendix and a combination of custom-built systems and data platforms. So if you look at some of our data platforms, then you see four mentioned here. You see a logistical event data warehouse, which is currently being re-architectured with the use of these tools. This is really delivering you the track and trace information, very important for us. But we've building in the past 3 years also a data lake, completely on AWS, and now moving to include lake formation. This is really a centerpiece of data for our company, which is also providing data for our commercial data services where necessary, which is really providing data services APIs fully scalable and serverless. Also, what we are looking at is the implementation of AppSync, which will enable us real-time data query through one API on several applications in our landscape. We are currently implementing this for our control tower functionality, which we really need to have much more real time. So you see quite a lot of use of AWS service, especially in our data environment. And that's, of course, something that's very important for us, as we have a lot of data in our logistical supply chain that we can use. Well, if you look at our cloud strategy, so I'm going maybe a little bit fast, but you can always look at back. We are one of the first corporates to be fully on cloud. Of course, we still have a little footprint, a very important footprint in our sorting centers, but we're also exploring that to be part of cloud. Our initial strategy was really around rehosting applications, replacing maybe 50% of them with SaaS and PaaS, and optimize the applications that were left. But we really renewed our strategy to create and re-architect really on cloud native services. Also to do that as serverless as possible, because then we get the most out of the cloud and we eliminate also some of the management activities. And we very recently started to include our own engineering in the mix of sourcing. And that's a very exciting time for us. And we are now onboarding lead engineers for some of our primary logistical platforms. To do this, we also said we need to create our own cloud center of excellence. It's very important to have our own landing zone, but also our own competence and technical services on AWS. And that has been going live now, I think, for a month, which I think is excellent. And if you look at that and you combine it, it's really for us about delivering special moments. So we are out on the street every day to provide you with the orders that you created, to provide you the parcels, the letters, but also data services for you every day. In the past, it was really our network that determined, for example, where the parcels were going to. But now it's really the digital twin of the parcel that determines the orchestration of our networks together with other party networks. And that's really what we call software-defined logistics. Together with really a focus on cloud native and our own engineering strategy, we are really a scalable engine in an uncertain world. And that's my main messages, Walter, from PostNL on this event.